Alright, guys, if y'all remember last time we did the 6 cents box here, this week we are doing the Bass Pro Shops, what they're calling the Big Bass Bundle, and we're going to take a look at it. These are not numbered that I can see in any way. This is the first one of these I've ever got, so I'm going to be looking at this and kind of going through it just like I did with the 6 cents box because I'd never got their stuff before either. So we're going to open it up. It says right here on the top, it says that you can scan that right there to let you know what's inside. Packaging looks really nice. Let's see here. Featured brands, it says Berkeley, XPS, Bass Pro Shops, Z-Man, and Yamamoto. So I expect to see pretty much all that stuff in this box. So we'll get right into it and we'll find out. Oh yeah, we definitely have a box full of baits here. And what I like is right inside the inside of the box here, it says bundle breakdown. So it's going to tell you exactly what's in the box. Let's see what we can grab first. We got the Z-Man chatterbait jackhammer. Now, if you watched the Monster Bass when they had the what they called the Z-Man takeover, we had already got a couple of these in. And if you're familiar with the Z-Man products, you know the jackhammer is one of their very well-known lures out right now. This is in a half-ounce. Sprayed grass is, I guess, the color on that. It's just your standard Z-Man jackhammer like we've seen in other boxes. What's the next thing we can pull out here? The XPS Crawdiggy Craw. So those little craws right there, really nice packaging. I'll open this thing up and pull one out. Real small body on that with big claws. And they're wanting you to run this as a trailer. So kind of just like with your jackhammer here, that's why the body is so small on this. You will run that out behind there as just a trailer for your jig. So pretty good. It's a 3-inch crawl, so that'd be good. Like I said, you run that as a trailer. What's the next thing we'll kick out of here? The XPS stare down. It's a suspending jerkbait. Says here erratic darting action, integrated weight transfer system for long cast, 3D stare down eyes. So let's pull this out. That's definitely some stare down eyes. It's looking down for sure. And you can see, I don't know how well that's going to show up, but you see that little track system in there that these weights run on? That's inside the body right there. If you look, you can see they run towards the tail of the minnow, and then it dips down in the front and goes right down into the front belly section. I like this color too. It's pretty transparent, and some good light colored water, that'll be good. And it's got a long shape to it, but it's real narrow too at the same time. So definitely a fan of that. And remember, these boxes, we're going to be doing the mystery box challenge with these. So somebody will spin to win this, one of the guys, and they will end up with this box, and they'll get to keep this whole box too. So guys, when y'all are watching, and Robert and Chris and CJ, when y'all are watching, y'all can know exactly what's in the box. It's not going to help you win because that's going to come down to spinning the wheel, but you'll know what's in there ahead of time. Let's see here. We also have the XPS swim jig. Big fan of that color. They're definitely, it looks like they've got a nice mixture in this box too of your kind of clear, lighter colored water and your darker colored stuff. This is definitely more of your light colored here. It says realistic skirt colors. It's got a medium wire mustad ultra point hook. You know, we're a fan of the mustad hooks. I use those when I'm doing my jig heads as well. And it's got a flat head on it. I don't know how well that's going to come across there on that, but it says it's easy to skip. So when you toss this thing, that flat head's going to make it kind of go across the water, so you can get under docks and underneath cover and stuff like that. We have the Berkeley Frit side crankbait. I hope I'm saying that right. This is definitely a more of a darker colored, almost you could see the craw type design on here. It says it's a flat-sided plug with tight, silent wiggle. So you can hear, I think you're hearing the hooks more than you're hearing anything. It says it's long casting, perfectly balanced. And this one's got Fusion 19 hooks in it. It's a slow rise. And it's 2.5 inches long there. I was trying to see if they give me an idea of what the color is, but I'm not seeing that. It just says it's the Frit side biggin. It says tight balsa-like thumping actions for tough conditions. So that's part of that too, guys. If you could see how narrow that little crankbait is. Let's see what we got next. Now we're going to get into some of these worms that are in here. The first thing we've got is the Bass Pro Shops HFT Ned Tails. And it says here, soft, durable, hyper float technology. Natural buoyancy comes alive on a jig head. And it says here that super stretch without tearing. Let's see if I can get into this a little bit, and that's your worm there. Oh yeah, I'd say it's definitely got some stretch to it. And guys, I'm pulling that pretty good. I mean, I'm not necessarily trying to tear it because we are going to be using these baits, but I mean, I'm pulling that pretty good, and it's not coming apart. And if you look after that, after I stretched it, I mean, it hasn't misformed or anything like that. So I'd say they're definitely they were on the money with that statement. Let's see what we got next. We're gonna have the Bass Pro Shops, the wacky Finnick worm, thin profile for finesse appeal, enticing shimmy on the fall, ideal for wacky rigs. I don't know if that metallic blue is showing up real well there. I can kind of see it, but I could definitely see how that worm's going to have a lot of action whenever it's coming down in the water column. I'll be interested to see how that looks. But that'll be an interesting one for them to or me. I might end up winning this box. I have to say I'm a little bit partial to some other boxes, but this is a nice box. And then we have the Yamamoto Cinco, and these things are salt impregnated. It says it casts like a bullet. Unique fall when fished weightless or wacky style. And I think everybody is really familiar with these Cinco style worms. These are very, very popular here. Trying to see. Yeah, green pumpkin. I was going to just throw out there that I thought that was green pumpkin, but I wanted to go ahead and read it on the package. But, you know, green pumpkin's a very, very common color. And then the last thing we get in this box is we've got a set of wacky worm hooks, which is good. They've got everything in this box outside of your hard baits and your trailer. They're pretty much wanting you the Yamamoto and the other wacky worm. They provided you the hooks. So outside of some weights, if you're going to go weighted, or just like the one says, just run it weightless, you're set to go. And that's something that I had mentioned in the box with this 6 cents box. The great things about these is if you've got a young person who's trying to build out a tackle box, these boxes are a great way. You're definitely getting more than your money's worth. This box was right around, I had to have it delivered to the house. So I think it came out to $49 and some change because Bass Pro did not have this box in stock when we went there. At least the Destin store, which is our closest store, did not have it. So it was like $49. The 6 cents box from Dick's Sporting Goods was the same way. It's like $49. I've also got the Guggen Squad box coming in, and it's that same price range. And I'm also, of course, going to do the Monster Bass Platinum Series box, which puts it right there in that same price range. So you'll be able to see in the next 2 weeks as I do these next 2 boxes exactly what each one of these, what you're getting in there. And it's honestly, it's all going to be a little bit similar. These companies are all going to send you what's hitting right now, but it's going to be different brands, different styles, and stuff like that. And I might still do the mystery tackle box, $49 box. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but once I get all the unboxings done, we're going to go out and I'm going to take the guys and we're going to do a mystery box challenge. You spin the wheel, you get the box, and I'm going to let them keep each box that we spin for. And whatever you get, that's what you're going to fish with that day. And I'm thinking about putting a little $50 bounty out there too to make it more interesting. But this is your Bass Pro Shops Big Bass Bundle. I can see they were trying to use a little play on words there. I like the box. I like the packaging. I actually like this packaging a little bit better than the 6 cents box. And the only thing is, it didn't come with any stickers. And they always have to have their stickers, especially for me, because I am going to fill this board up with not only affiliates, but all the different, every time we go to a new location, I go and I check out the fishing stores that are local. I have one that we went to called Stinky's, actually out there off of 30A. I've got a sticker from those guys. Cool little place. You can grab something to eat. They got a small little fishing section, but a really nice place right on a lake. And I'm going to have that sticker up there. But that's the only thing that upset me. They didn't at least put a Bass Pro Shop sticker in the box or anything. So hope y'all enjoy. Hope that had some good information for you. Be looking out for the next 2 to 3 boxes that we're going to do before we do this challenge. And also be looking, I've got new cameras coming in. I've got a camera that's going to be in next week that I can actually go live directly from the camera. No computer setup. Won't be using my phone, so there won't be no overheating. I can just stream directly from the camera. Pretty neat. And I'm also going to have a new 4K camera set up in here in the garage location. So be expecting some changes. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep getting in new stuff. I also have my spinnerbait mold coming in soon. So I'm going to start making some of those. And we also have the round river weight sinkers that we've been waiting for. I've got that mold coming as well. So always moving forward. And we also may have the bass boat project. I'm still trying to work the deal out on that. Hope I don't end up regretting it in the end, but it ought to make a good video. Y'all can follow along and watch me pull my hair out while I try to put that thing back together. So all in all, I hope y'all enjoy. I hope y'all enjoy the Big Bass Bundle from Bass Pro Shops. And go back and take a look at the 6 cents box. If you didn't check that out, go and look at all the videos. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave me a comment. If there's a box that I haven't thought of or something that I haven't mentioned, if you leave me a comment, I am more than happy to go and buy that box or even reach out to the company, see if they'll send one. But I'm more than happy to go buy the box and we'll do a review on it. So catch y'all next time.
Cast our lines where the waters gleam, chasing tides, living out our dream. Sunrise calls and the waves collide. Southern winds keep us in their stride. Southern tide chasers, we're reeling it in. Hooked on adventure, let the journey begin. With every cast and every reel, we're riding the currents and sharing it with you. Outdoors call, we can't resist. From the fishing holes